Hello folks, back out at the forge today. I've got a little challenge for myself. It's my first real day of forging since I had my last chemo treatment. No more problems with that until March when I go back to get rechecked, so hopefully that'll be a good report then. But today, I'm not doing any really heavy forging, but I do have a little challenge. I've got a little piece of steel here. This is 4 inches by probably 1 inch. 3/16 inch thick. I think it's 1084 high carbon steel. The challenge is to take this little scrap of steel, which is barely long enough to make a handle, and make an actual usable blade. So maybe I'll succeed, maybe I won't. Either way, let's get it hot, smash it a few times, and see what happens. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start out like always, or almost always, drawing down a point. Now, you've seen on some of my other videos how I'll round off the corners of the steel on the grinder so that I don't get a cold shut when I'm forging down the tip. Well, I needed every bit of steel I could get out of this short piece to make a blade, so we're going to be doing the forging the corners back instead of grinding them off. And all I'm doing is trying to round that tip over enough so that when I forge it down into a point, the top and bottom are not going to fold over themselves and make a crease in the steel. That leads to a condition called a cold shut, and that's just asking for a crack to happen. Getting pretty close. There we go. And we'll just work on refining that point a little more. We've gone from 4 inches out to about 5 inches. Draw that point out a little bit longer. And with just that much, we're already up to about 5 3/8. Just refine it a little more. Now I've just got to figure out how much steel I need to draw out to make the handle while still leaving enough for the blade. Just going to dress the width up a little bit. And right now I'm forging out what's going to be the back of the handle. Back of the handle shouldn't be square. So I'm just forging it to where it's rounded from what's going to be the palm of the hand out toward the fingers. And now we'll isolate the handle material from the blade material. And work in that handle. Now, as I'm forging that handle, it's actually stretching it a little bit. It's stretching the handle material to get this short steel up to length. And what I'm doing here is I'm drawing the blade longer, using the corner of the anvil as a fuller. Stretch the blade out. Now I'm just going to brush the scale off and go with a lighter hammer and take out my hammer marks and the marks from the corner of the anvil. Just smooth everything out. Light taps at a low heat for that. And we're ready to work on the bevel. I want a little curve in this blade, not a great deal. So there was really no need to put to hammer a reverse curve from the spine toward the tip. This steel is down to less than 3/16 thick now after being forged out and stretched out, so it's not going to put a great deal of curve in the blade hammering the bevels in. And when I go back and dress my distal taper, it's going to straighten some of that curve out. Just even everything up. Dress the edges. You gotta drop something at least once. So it's drop forged. Now I'm just gonna knock a little curve in the handle. Dress everything back out. Now, clean it up with a brush, and I am going to go to the grinder. And I actually went ahead and hardened this blade. Now we're getting ready to temper it. I've hardened it, and I've gone to the grinder and cleaned it up so that it's polished. Now I've got a nice chunk of steel there, red hot out of the forge. And this is just old school tempering. I'm just laying the blade on that hot steel, and I'm letting the blade absorb the heat from the steel. And what I'm looking for is for that blade to start a color change. I want the blade color to end up a straw yellow color. And when that blade starts to temper, it's going to change colors really quickly. And it'll go from the straw yellow to a purple to a blue, and then finally to a brown. Once you get into the blues and browns, it's no good. What you want is a straw yellow. And I've got a little pan of water, plastic pan full of water there to just stop it in there. Blade is finally starting to change color. I'll have to do this again on another video when I've got a better camera angle. But the colors will start to run down the blade. And I can move my blade to change which part of the blade's getting the heat. And now I'm getting that straw yellow color. Letting the heat run down the blade. And then as soon as I get it the color right, or close enough to right, I'm going to quench it in that water just to cool it down quickly so that it doesn't over temper. And you maybe can see I've got the straw yellow color. I've got a little bit of purple on the tip of the blade there. It's not gonna bother anything. The straw yellow is still on the cutting edge, so we're good there. Okay, so here we go. I only brought it up to 600 grit or so. You know what? For this type of knife, 600 grit is plenty good. Not going to fool with polishing it anymore. Matter of fact, I may give it an acid wash and just make it gray. Haven't made up my mind yet. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you're still here, be sure and hit that like button. Subscribe for future content. Leave us a comment in the comment section. All that really helps the channel and helps us grow. Very much appreciate you. God bless and have a great day.